and welcome back to Pimpin' Positivity Podcast. It's your girl, Alethea Crimmins, your beautiful, lovely, fabulous host. And today, we are going to talk about something that us as women, we struggle with. I have had so many comments about this, so many DMs about this. We as women struggle because I used to also struggle with relationships. How to keep a relationship. How to even know if we are relationship material. When our partner cheats on us, is it us or is it them? Why do we blame ourselves for our partners not treating us right or doing us wrong? I get this DMs from my friends because I don't have followers. Y'all are my friends. And she is constantly getting cheated on when she's in relationships. And they don't last very long. It's almost like a cycle of this same thing. Like she gets into these relationships and she's a wonderful person. What extremely intelligent, has her shit together. Like she is the epitome of what you would want in a woman, what you would want in a girlfriend, what you would want in a wife. But for some reason, the cycle is always the same. She gets into these relationships, they don't last long, and they end up cheating on her. So I want to talk about relationships, and who better to talk about relationships with than the person that I am in a relationship with? My beautiful, sexy wife, Amanda. Welcome back to Pimpin' Positivity. Like we have done this before, but we talked about us and our relationship. Now we're going to talk about other people.
Okay.
Because we messy like that at times. Like we be having pillow talk. Like y'all know pillow talk whenever you talk about other people and the things that they do. And it's like, why? Listen. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about other people and just relationships and why things work out the way that they do. Especially for us as women. Because I don't think that men are not wired like us. Well, not you, because you a different type of woman. Like you be acting mannish.
I don't feel like that. I just feel like I think logically instead of with my emotions, or I feel like I have a good balance of both. Because if you just go off emotions, you fucked.
Well,
you are screwed.
Most women are emotional creatures. Like we are filled with emotion.
I believe that's true for everyone though. It's not just women, it's all in how you handle it.
Well, maybe that's the issue. So let's jump into this issue with the DM that I got from this friend about how she cannot keep a relationship because it's the same cycle that keeps going over and over and over again. And when she explained the type of woman that she is, like you have your master's, like you are educated, you have a damn good job, you got your shit together, and you're gorgeous. But it's always the same cycle over and over. What are your thoughts on it? And then I'll give you mine.
So you said something earlier, like she is the epitome of what a wife, a girlfriend, a spouse is supposed to be. Whose epitome? Whose view of that is that? That's your view maybe, but that might not be the view of the people that she's getting with. That's what conversations come into play, because what we deem to be, oh yeah, you on your shit, you got it, you should be this, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. Everybody ain't thinking like that. So that might be good for some people, what she has, but it might not be good for the rest of them.
She said that when they do cheat, it seems like they always cheat down. Like, why would you cheat with her? And it's really not being cocky, but I would feel the exact same way. Like, baby, if you gonna cheat, first of all, make sure that you cheating with somebody that look better than me. Make sure that you cheating with somebody that has something better going for themselves. Like, I don't understand. Like, how you gonna cheat with somebody that they don't have it together? They ain't got their shit together, and that got me looking like, what's wrong with me?
I'm gonna give you the book. When somebody cheating, ain't nobody cheating to fall in love. You're cheating because it's easy. It's easy. It's away from the reality that you may be facing. It probably don't even have nothing to do with her. Now, you could probably make it. If you get into an argument about it, we could probably make it. I did it because of blah, 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 woo, woo. No, it's easy. This is my reality. My reality might be stressful, and I might not be able to talk to you about it. My reality might be hard. I might be tired. I might be tired of this reality, but I still want this reality. But over here, I go do what I gotta do. Buy a little plate lunch, maybe put a little gas in the car, and for an hour or two, I'm escaping that reality. Now, just because I'm speaking on this, that don't mean I'm doing this. I need you.
Okay.
I need to be clear on that one.
Let's be clear.
It's an escape from your reality.
Because I've been needing clarity because she talking too good on this, like she do this. So I need. Do you do this?
No, I don't do this. I ain't got time to.
Because I will be on ID. I will risk it all and I will be on ID.
Let's just say you meet somebody, or we could use us for example. We together, right? Me and you might be going through a rough patch.
Okay. You
go out with a group of friends. Y'all go do y'all karaoke. Let's just say you meet somebody and y'all talk. You ever had a flash in your mind like, now because we're going through it, what if this grass was greener?
Okay.
Or maybe, you run into an old flame, somebody who you ain't thought about in years, but you run into them. What if I would have stuck? That can be a reality for some people. That don't necessarily mean you want to leave me. That don't mean you want to cheat on me. But that's a reality for some people.
I feel like it's a macho thing because men have this macho thing. And when I feel like men are intimidated by women like her. I feel like men are intimidated by women like that are well educated, that do have their shit together, that do know how to be a boss, that is independent and can handle their own things. Like they may want you, but they don't need you because they can handle it on their own. And that does play with a man's ego. And I feel like that's why when they do cheat, they downgrade because it's more at their level. And that's why I feel...
I wouldn't say it's at their level.
Why?
I wouldn't say it's at their level. I would say it's more of a control thing. So you brought up ego. Ego, running a home, finances. That's what men feel they're supposed to do.
And right? When the woman ends up doing that because she has the means to do it, and if the man... because something happened, maybe he got laid off, maybe he's just like his job is just not bringing in as much as hers, and she's making these boss moves and she's handling things like that, he may feel inferior to her. And when they cheat below the pay grade.
They kind of downgrade.
They cheat below the pay grade. Because why would you leave 6 figures to go be what? But it's more comfortable for them because
that person they're not expecting that.
Because that is the level that they're on. So just like you said, they don't have to do as much.
They're really not on that
and
level.
They don't feel inferior to the person that they're with. But that's not our fault.
But they're really not on that level. Listen to what you said. You cheating on a 6-figure. The person you cheating with probably think you got it, so they're just excited to be with you. So you're getting some sense of that ego back, because now I got somebody that's excited for what I can bring, even if it's just a little. I'm bringing more than what they already got. So you see what I'm saying?
I understand that, but then I need to also jump into, because another thing that stuck out was the word cycle. And if something is a cycle, if something keeps happening over and over the exact same way, then I think it's time for you to not look at the other person. Even as women, and I may get some backlash for this, but in my opinion, because this has happened to me, and I'm going to explain exactly where I'm going. But as women, we don't like to hold ourselves accountable for the part that we play in the cycles that do happen in our lives. Because if it's something that happens over and over again, we need to look within ourselves and see why this cycle is going. So if this is a cycle and this happens in multiple relationships, first of all, are you giving yourself time to be by yourself and heal after these relationships? I was one of those people that felt like I could not be by myself. So as soon as I ended another relationship, I got into another one because I felt like I could not be alone. But I also didn't give myself time to heal. So I carried that baggage into the next relationship. And it did not last long, because instead of me healing myself, I was looking for other people to help heal me.
And to make you happy.
That make me happy. If I have to look for somebody to make me happy, when that person leaves, my happiness leaves with them. If I have to look for somebody to give me peace, when that person leaves, my peace leaves with them. I should have the power to make myself happy. And I can't do that with somebody else. So that can be a reason for the cycle, because you're getting into one relationship right after another, and you're not giving yourself time to heal. You're not giving yourself time to even know who you are and what you like, because you're finding your identity in other people.
And that's a big thing. So you finding your identity in other people. I like roller coasters. You don't. You can't force yourself.
Oh, here we go.
You can't force yourself to do. You can only force yourself, shall I say, to do something for so long before it's like, now I got to take this hat off.
Right.
So with that being said, does your friend know herself? Does she know what she genuinely likes? Like, I know I like to sit up there and play 2K. Do I want you to play it with me? Yes, but do you like it? No, you just going to be button mashing. So with that being said, does your friend know herself? Does she know, I like the color red. I don't care if he like the color blue. I like my grass cut with the lines in it, so I don't want him to cut it and it's all one shade of green. I want it light, dark, light, dark. You know what I'm saying? Like that's stuff that play a part. So you have to know what you like and stand 10 toes down with that. If not, you're going to lose yourself. And in turn, it's going to drive you and the person you're with.
But in order to do that, you have to spend time with yourself.
Hey, that's dangerous. Listen to me. Some people do not know, and not just women, just people in general, do not know how to sit with their own thoughts without them overthinking or those thoughts making them think, I'm going crazy. Some people don't know how to do that.
Because honestly, that is something that I am still struggling with, and that's something that I am still working on, learning how to sit with myself, learning how to be with myself, learning that I don't need to always have people around me in order for me to feel validated. I don't always have to have people around me in order for me to feel good. Like, I can be by myself and enjoy my own company, so I can get to know what I like. I can get to know what makes me happy and how I can make myself happy, so I don't have to depend on anybody else for my happiness. And I feel like that's where the cycle comes from, because she hasn't given herself that time. So she keeps going right back. And so it's going to happen again because you're carrying that baggage with you. And what exactly are you looking for in these relationships because you're looking for something that you do not have in yourself, and you are not giving yourself time to give yourself. So you're looking for something in these relationships. You need to figure out what that is.
Because sometimes people don't know. They don't know sometimes because they don't know themselves. So when a person come in and give them something that they never experienced, I'm in love. And then
they move so quick.
And then it slowly starts to fade. And then it's like, I don't even much fuck with you like that.
Like, you need to get to know a person before you start making life plans, because this person might be a serial killer, and you trying to build a life with this person. This person may have 6 wives, and you just another one, and you trying to, like, what? This is something that I realized this year about my past dating relationships and the patterns and the cycles that I had, because a lot of guys treated me wrong. A lot of guys talked to me fucking stupid, made me feel like shit, cheated on me, made me second guess myself and my worth. And once I sat and thought about this and thought about, okay, it's patterns. You're comfortable in these patterns. It's a trauma bond. Where did this trauma come from? Where is this trauma rooted from? Because the trauma bond, the key word here is trauma, and the trauma had to come from somewhere. Where is this trauma rooted from? The root of this trauma. I've been dating my mother. I have been dating my mama through all these people. And because this was a type of treatment, a type of trauma that I was accustomed to, you almost find comfort in it. Yes. And this is why you keep repeating these same cycles over and over and over again, the same patterns over, and you keep wondering, well, I just got out of a relationship with Danny, and I'm trying to figure out, I just ended this with Danny, and I got with Steven, and Steven is doing the same shit as Danny. Like, it didn't start off that way, but Steven ended up doing the exact same thing as Danny, and I don't understand why. First of all, people do what you allow them to do, but it's a trauma bond also, because we end up staying with these people, like we end up not being able to let them go.
You can't break it.
You can't break it because because we're so accustomed to it, because the root is something that we're used to. And it's hard to break away. And that's why we feel like we don't deserve better, because we've never experienced better. Mm-hmm. We've never had better. And that's why we self-sabotage when we get better. I know this because I did it with you.
Yeah, you was acting like you ain't had no damn sense.
Okay.
You was. And I'm like, you ain't never had nobody be nice to you? That's crazy.
How was I acting like I ain't had no sense?
We ain't got all day, so that's another episode.
But
I'm just saying, like, certain stuff, it was like, just in general, like, what you doing? I'm fixing dinner. Oh, the fuck? What you mean? Oh, like, that's what we do for each other.
But like, when you're not accustomed to people treating you nice, like, you wonder, what is the motive? Are you waiting on the other shoe to drop? Because why is this so good? But also, when I met you, I just got out of a relationship I didn't really have time to heal from. I realized I didn't really have time to heal from any of my relationships when I got with you. So I was I don't really know what my expectations were of you, but I do know that, no, let me not lie. I expected you to help heal me. Like, I expected you to help me love me more, because I figured if you love me, then you can love me enough for me, and that I feel better about myself because you love me. And I expected you to give me something that I should have given myself, which is why the beginning of our relationship was so hard. Like, I don't understand how we still married right now, but I told you this earlier, like, you stayed strong, and you were strong enough to handle me through my depression. You were strong enough to handle me through my bipolar days when I was manic. You were strong enough to be there through all of that. And the person that I am right now, I know that is you play a large part in my growth. But I had to stop those cycles, and I had to hold myself accountable again to the part that I played in why I kept going through these same cycles and why these trauma bonds were so strong. I had to hold myself accountable to the part that
But how long did it take you to do that?
It took a long time.
We've been together, 14 years? So, yeah, it took a long time, because I used to be looking at you sideways like, this shit ain't it at all. So, when you saying that, now you saying it took you a long time, and it's just 14 years of us. Imagine somebody being in their 40s or their 50s, and now they got to look in the mirror and be like, bitch, you was tripping. Talking to themselves like you was tripping. You got to get your shit together. You got to stand and look at yourself and be like, you wrong. Like, you bugging out right now. You wilding. Everybody can't do that. Because I know sometimes I don't went hard on you, and I'll be laying in the bed, but I ain't going to let you hear it whispering, bitch, you got to catch your head. You just went ham. But I ain't want you to hear me saying it, because I ain't want to admit that I was wrong to you. Now, that's me trying to admit that I'm wrong to you. Now I got to admit that I'm wrong to myself, that I'm tripping to myself.
That's very hard to do. Because, I mean, listen, I sympathize and I empathize with this woman, because, listen, that can take a shot to your ego. That could take a shot to your self-esteem. When I first got with you, it was the same thing. But the other woman DM'd her messages, and she found a picture of this woman. And when you see the downgrade, it plays with you mentally. It plays with your self-esteem, because it's like, bitch, I know I look good. Like, I know I have my shit. But
that's what it is. It ain't nothing to do with you.
But
it has nothing to do with you. It is all that person. It is nothing to, I could guarantee you, it is an insecurity that he is feeling. It ain't got nothing to, and then it's I don't want to say control, but if, let's just say, back in the gap, $50,000 a year was a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. Now you done met a woman, you with a woman that make equal or more, but now you done met another one, she make about 20, 30 racks. So her eyes big, looking up to you like, ooh, I got me a big daddy. I got me a little spugget. You know what I'm saying? Because he got something that I ain't got. They got something that I ain't got, which is the money. That plays a part in it. So she probably stroking his ego because he get 50 racks. She get 20, 30 racks. That ego being stroked is big. But then when he go home, the ego not being stroked that much. Because you know why? We both making the same amount. We both bringing the same to the table. We equal.
As women, when we get cheated on, when we get hurt by the person that claims to love us, especially when we get cheated on, everything that I just said, that's how we women think. And we don't put the blame on the guy. We don't put the blame on the person that we're with. We put the blame on ourselves. And that's something that's also a learned behavior. Like, that's a learned behavior in women, that they don't get the blame. It's not their fault. We always turn to, what did we do wrong? What did I do that caused him to go out there and cheat? What did I do? And then we start looking into ourselves. I have done it. Ladies, I'm guilty. We go on these diets. We damn near kill ourselves trying to work out and look a certain way. Like, we start to do all kind of stuff to ourselves, thinking, okay, I need to change who I am in order for them to love me more. And it's not about them loving you more. It's about you loving yourself more. It's about you putting time into you, because you didn't do anything wrong. The only person that can break this cycle is you. I was the only one that can break this cycle, and I had to hold myself accountable to the part that I played. And I put the blame on myself, when I had to realize we are not the problem. We are not the issue.
How long did it take you to realize that?
Oh, it took me a long time,
so it took
years.
You a while. So with that being said, everybody not where you at. So you keep saying she repeating the cycle, but if that's all she know, of course you're gonna gravitate back to what you know. You're gonna go about doing things the exact same way, because that's the only way you know how to do it.
And again, that comes from trauma, and we need to realize what the root of that trauma is, because that's the only way that we are going to fix it. Like, if you plant this seed, and if you're like, if you're a gardener, and if you're doing everything to these flowers, you're putting the right, you're watering it however many times a day, it's getting sunlight, you giving it plant food, and it's still not growing, and you're wondering why it's not growing the way that it's supposed to. You need to look at the root of the problem. Maybe it's not something that you're doing. There's a deeper issue. Maybe it's the soil that it's planted in. It might not be anything that you're doing wrong. You have to look at the root of the issue that's causing these flowers not to grow right.
So if she was sitting right here, you would tell her that, right? Do you think she would take that advice?
I don't know, because people have to be ready to receive it. People have to be ready to receive what you have to say. And when you've been hurt, and when you have to do self-reflection, sometimes people are not ready for that. They are not ready to turn that mirror around and look at themselves and say, okay, what do I need to do?
Right, because it's hard.
Oh, baby.
It's hard.
Listen, that's why it took me so long, because it was hard to look at myself and be like, okay, well, what do I need? Like, what is it? What am I doing? And for me to be by myself and find myself was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Because first of all, I didn't even know where to start, because I'd never been by myself. I'd never been just me. The greatest relationship that we can have is with ourselves. And ladies, we really need to take time to learn how to do that. Take yourself out on a date. Go in the store and walk around and see what piques your interest. Go walk in the park. Go to the mall and see what's stores just make you be like, oh, okay. Because you might go to Hobby Lobby, just do things that you never thought that you would do, because you might find that you really like doing crafts.
Right.
You might like that you really like walking in the park. You might find that you really like nature, but you was always with somebody else, so you really don't know what you like. Sometimes when I do my life coaching clients, the one thing I ask is, what makes you happy? 9 times out of 10, the answer is, I don't know. I don't know, because we don't take the time with ourselves to know. You asked me that when we first started dating, what makes you happy? What do you like to do? And I was like that, like lady on Coming to America, whatever you like.
Yeah, because I was like, look.
Whatever you like to do is what I like to do.
You ain't going to be all up my ass. What you like? Because if I go out with my friends, you can't be texting me and calling me all day. I'm not going to do that to you. Go enjoy yourself. Go have fun.
But I didn't know what that looked like. And sometimes we as women, like, we do not know what that looks like to actually find joy in doing things by ourselves. Because we don't take the time to get to know ourselves, because we'd rather be with somebody else.
Yeah, it's always fun. Like, we Velcro. Don't get it twisted, world. We Velcro.
We are Velcro.
We know how to.
But I had to learn that. Yeah. I had to learn that.
And I ain't mind teaching you. Bye. Go
wow.
On. It's the truth, because what you gonna do? If I go out of town, what we just gonna stay on the phone? You gonna just be in my earpiece while I'm moving around?
Yes.
That don't work like that.
Yeah.
Don't. Oh my God.
Because we will sit on the phone and you will listen to me breathe.
And she not lying, but I cut that shit out.
You will listen to me breathe.
We're not doing that.
Because that's what you're supposed to.
It's not that kind of party. And then when she go with her friends and I don't call, so you don't love me no more. Yes, but I want you to enjoy this time. That's
because
your
why
time.
You're not checking on me?
I'm going to check on you throughout the day.
Because I can be in somebody's trunk.
You're not.
You don't know.
They ain't trafficking. You still here? But yeah.
That's love, folks. This is what marriage looks like.
I'm just saying, though, like, sometimes you get lost. You get lost in another person. You get lost in your relationship. And then before you know it, you don't have an identity for yourself. So
how do you propose that a person gets out of that, since you're the more logical one?
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. But I know for me, because of the way I was raised, it wasn't a lot of friends like that. Like, my mama ain't play that sleepover at a friend house type shit. So it was cousins and family. And then because of where I live, ain't nobody want to come down there in the night walk to bring me home. And when they did, they running their stop signs to get up out of there. So with that being said, I learned how to, I don't want to say be alone, but I learned how to be happy within that space. Like, when I got to college, I was still living at home. I wasn't on campus. So when the people I hung with grew those bonds with one another, shit, I'm way across the canal. I can't do nothing about it because I didn't live on campus. But I learned that when I hang with them, I hang with them. But I know how to be with myself and to be okay with that. Like, yes, it's always fun to go do stuff with other people because you got somebody to share it with. But if I got to stand on my own, it is what it is.
And
so I don't know how to propose that to nobody else, because you got to find something that you're comfortable with doing alone first. Like, if you're comfortable with going sit at a cafe or something and putting your phone on vibrate and just sitting down and taking in the views, people watching, you know, I like to people watch. We people watch together. Mm-hmm. If you're comfortable with that, you should start small. So I'm gonna go sit at Chili's and might watch the people. Just see. Don't play on the phone or nothing. That's one lunch by myself. Maybe the next day or the day after, do the same thing, just in a different spot. Maybe outside with a little beignet or something, drinking a little coffee. You got to start small and work your way up to bigger things to be comfortable. I'm not saying, hey, let me just go jump and be on a cruise by myself when I ain't never been alone. That might be a stretch. You might panic. You're out there by yourself with like no real support. But if you just start small, I'm going to go to lunch by myself. I might go to Books A Million. I don't know, something that you enjoy doing this thing. So try and do that thing alone.
So do you think that this is an insecurity that she may have within herself?
Yeah. I feel like she may have a lot of insecurities that weren't addressed, because just think about this. Every relationship, let's just say she's been in 10 relationships, and now she's not in none, but every one of them, the person has cheated. It chips away at you.
It does.
It takes something away that you don't get back, especially if you and that person don't communicate. So this last man she was with, he cheated. If he don't give her a logical fucking reason, and not that gaslighting shit, this, you make me, no. Give her a real reason you did what you did, even if it's just because I could. That'll give her something back.
Because I feel like I would have more respect for you if you did say, okay, I cheated because
I wanted to.
Because I saw this ass and I figured it was easy, and so I did it. Would it hurt me? Yes.
Like, you can give a person
but I would have
a lot
more
back.
Respect for you than if you gaslit me and made me feel like it was because of something that I did. Yeah. Or because, I make too much money and so you cheat. What?
Tell me how that makes sense.
Like, what? Like, make that make sense. I mean, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm supposed to be a boss ass bitch, and I'm sorry if you can't do, like, that's on you. So you need to go and get you a little bargain Betty if that's what you want.
But just imagine 10 relationships, each person cheated, probably never gave a reason. They probably never had a real discussion about it. That's something that's taken from her that she won't get back. That's closure she does not have. That's a part of that healing that she may need that she didn't receive. So now you just left with this big void. You just have a void because they gaslighting you. Like, you talking nonsense. Just tell me the truth. You did it because you wanted to. You ain't do nothing. It was all me. Like, that'll give a person so much back towards that healing process.
Because then I would feel like it wasn't me. It was your dumb ass just being a dumbass.
That's it. And a lot of times, real talk, that's all cheating is. It's like some people go deeper with it. You know, like some of the guys that I work with, they so far in their marriages, they may not be happy, but at this point, it's a business. Because think about where I work. Think about the amount of money some of these men make, right? And then you chose to want to have a stay-at-home wife with all these kids, all right?
But I don't want my marriage to end up being a business
But
transaction.
for some of them, that's what it is. So they cheat because it's easier. It's easier. If I say, hey, it's over, now she get half everything. I got alimony and I got chiss up, right? But if I stay, I just got to keep dealing with her. She got to keep dealing with me. But everything is here. So I'm a cheat because I can. I'm a cheat. You know why I'm a cheat? Because she think I'm working 12 hours a day, but I'm really working 9.5.
And that's how we end up on ID. And that's how we end up on Snap. And that's how we end up on Women That Kill, because of stuff like shit like, and they wonder why we end up on these shows, and it's like, oh my God, but why? Because why?
That's what most cheating is.
Because why you playing on my top? Because you're making me feel like I'm crazy. So if you're making me feel like I'm crazy, I'm going to act like it.
That's how you end up in jail.
I won't get caught because I watch ID with you.
Why?
Why?
Why would you get with somebody if that is your view of them? If that is an insecurity that you hold? Because you're not just gonna automatically start feeling that way.
Okay, so when you went to like your like class reunion, people knew me.
People asked about, we caught up with one another, and so many people asked about you, but that didn't make me feel no kind of way.
Wow.
That made me proud. Like
you was proud of me.
But that made me proud. I feel like when you're in a relationship with someone, you shouldn't look for them to be less than you.
What you mean?
Meaning you should be proud of what they bring. And if you feel some kind of way, that's something you need to address within yourself. Like, everything that you've created, you always say, babe, I'm here because of the work you helped me with.
Yeah.
Or I'm here because I wouldn't be this person with. I get that.
Because I was fucked up.
Okay, but that's because I'm pouring into you, and that helped you pour into yourself, right? So why would I be angry or jealous or insecure about that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that don't make no sense. Why would I want to stop your light? You're part of my growth and vice versa. If I fall, you catch. You fall, I catch. We fall, we just fall together. You see, like, it shouldn't be, oh, you make more money. So fucking what? So what? At any given day, that man upstairs can take it all away. And then what? We left without a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out.
You're right, but I mean, like, okay, so let me just tell you this, because I told you this earlier whenever we was talking about this. It made me feel so good as a person, and it made me feel so good as your wife when we took Nyan on this graduation trip, and I was able to cover stuff, and I was able to like cover shit for y'all, and it wasn't just you doing everything. It was me. Like I was finally able to afford to do shit for y'all. Like, that made me feel good because you were always doing everything. You was always taking care of stuff. And that fucked me up because it was like, well, damn, I can't even help with the bills. Like, I can't help with nothing. And then I'm not domesticated at all.
That you are not.
Okay.
We could agree on that.
Okay.
But at the same time,
you don't even have to.
But at the same time, I just feel like that's what you do for your family. When I got with you, I knew what I was taking on with 3 kids. When I got with you, those were the things. Y'all took me as part of y'all family and vice versa. I knew that. So, yes, I'm going to go work. What I was working, doing this, that, and weekend stuff. I used to bartend. I put on my little good bra with the low-cut V-neck to go out there and make them tips.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that you was gonna leave me at one point because, like, I wasn't contributing to the household because I wasn't making money like that, and I thought that you was gonna leave me because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a pack rat, and
before I leave you for not contributing, I'm gonna leave you for being a hoarder. That ain't it.
I am not a hoarder.
That shit ain't it. Let it go. Let it go.
I'm not. That's a. I need to work through that because I have a lot of stuff, but I do be feeling like I did feel like you was gonna leave me or that you was gonna cheat on me
with somebody that's not messing. What I'm gonna just cheat on you with somebody who keep their side clean? The fuck?
The fact that you putting out my business.
I'm just saying, but all of that. Wow. So check that. But that's where communication come in at, because I feel like if your friend would have communicated better with this person that she wanted to build with, she would have seen what kind of clown ass motherfucker they probably was.
But you need to get to know the person and be with them for certain amount of time.
But that's not always the case.
Before you start. Well, because I U-hauled you.
Yeah, you U-haul the shit out of me.
Okay. How?
But, girl, this girl ain't even want me to go home and get clothes. I said, hey, I got to go home, get some clean clothes. I got to go wash. I'm going to do it for you. One time, I came back, the car was washed, my clothes was washed and full. I'm like, damn, this bitch crazy. This bitch don't even want me to go home. I was feeling like that because I'm like, this motherfucker tripping.
I was crazy? I could show.
But.
You see the eye?
But did we not grow and talk like I would force you to have conversation?
You did, but first of all, I mean, we're lesbians. I mean, there's lesbians.
You fell right into the stereotype with the U-haul.
We did.
I get that in my little accent. Zoom, zoom. But I forced you to have conversations because I need to know what I was dealing with. I had to.
But I wasn't used to having conversations because
you had to get used to it.
Because in my family, we didn't talk. Like, we just swept everything under the rug. Like, we didn't really talk about shit.
You don't even sweep now. So we wasn't doing none of that. Bitch. We wasn't doing none of that. We need to talk because I need to know. And that's where I do feel like, not just with your friend, just in general, sometimes people want a relationship so bad. They want that companionship so bad.
That they settle.
They don't. I'm not even going to say settle. They just jump right in, jump right in. That's what they do. Like, they literally just jump in with no communication.
I was guilty of that.
You don't even know. This motherfucker might like to carve wooden feet at night or something.
What?
They might like to dissect frogs during the day, and we ain't even in science class. You have to know the person you're with. So you're jumping in based off this instant feeling. They make me smile. They make my tummy tingle.
That's gas.
But you're jumping in based off of this because they talk good. But my guy,
they look good on paper. They look good only on paper.
They look good on paper. How my guy said it best. Money talk and bullshit run a marathon. So they run marathon. You know who my guy was, huh? Nino Brown.
Oh, okay. Because
she know that.
Because I was like, who is your guy? Don't.
They run marathons and these words sound good. Bitch, you done ran around this track 4 laps is a mile. You done ran a mile already.
They do that because
it just sounds so great.
They got some silver tongue devils. Like, people are out here con artists in relationships. They are con artists. They are scammers. Like, they will con your heart clean out your chest.
That's what I'm saying. So
and then we just like, oh my God, that's my man. And the whole time he like her man and his man and they
for the streets.
He for the streets.
They be for the streets.
Community dick.
And I ain't gonna lie, like
community peanuts is what they have.
Sometimes I be talking to people and I be like, bitch, do you know how stupid you is right now?
So I was stupid.
I ain't gonna lie.
Based on the stuff I told you about my past, like you would have told me that to my face.
Oh yeah. Wow. You's a clown. Like, you is fucking bozo around here, like running game. They done played Sega on your ass around this bit. Yes.
I feel like this is the most ratchet podcast I've had thus far.
It's not. It's just
because like every time that you come on here, and this is who I'm married to. I feel like every time you come on here, you just bring the ratchetness. But I low key love it though.
You think I'm ratchet? Why you think that?
I don't think you ratchet.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh.
But for real though, like, and you know what? I be sitting there and
insert sexy red.
I be talking to people and I just be like, sometimes I be wondering, are you listening to the shit that's coming out of your mouth?
Sometimes I be wondering that too. Like, are you listening to what you saying? Like, and you asking me for advice, but are you listening to the words that's coming out of your mouth? Because if you listening, then you be able to give yourself advice. But we can give other people. I promise you, if somebody would go and ask them for advice with the same situation, they would be able to run it and give advice like that. but it's harder when it's yourself.
Oh yeah, because it done fell on deaf ears. Oh, I ain't doing that. That ain't me. Yeah, you being a duck. You being a clown. Yes.
Not
and
a duck
homie,
and
don't
a
play
clown.
that. Like, yeah, like, just think about it. Just think about it. We fail at a lot of stuff because communication is not there. Nobody wants to grow old and be alone. You may not want, like women that are divorced, they may not want another man, or be it a woman, or just spouse, whoever, however you want to word it, in their space. They may want to be with somebody, but if you don't take the time to know them, you don't really know who you're inviting in. Like, I'm telling you, we fail because communication ain't there. Like, we don't want to say the wrong thing because we don't want the person to run away from us. We like what they're giving us, but if I say,
Well, then we're not being real then.
I really don't like the fact that you ain't clean that tub. Like I told you, I like my tub clean. I really don't like the fact you bought this toilet paper when I told you I like this toilet
Lord,
paper.
because that was such a big thing at first. Oh, because she had to have a certain type of toilet paper, a certain type of chili, a certain type of soap, a certain type of mayonnaise. Okay.
I hope he wasn't getting that toilet paper you can see through.
It's septic safe. It does not clog.
Anyway,
yes, you got to. And did I not voice everything? Well,
you did.
Hey, look, why you wash them dishes like that?
Because that's how I wash dishes.
They still got egg on there. You supposed to take that scouring pad and get through them cracks to put that back on the dirty side. Now let me show you how it's done. If you don't tell a person and you just let them keep going, they're gonna think it's okay. So as long as I let you pounce on my head, you gonna think that shit okay. Yeah, we ain't doing that. This ain't a bounce house. You're not gonna keep jumping on me. Like, that's real shit. So like I said, we want this companionship so bad, we're willing to take what the other person giving and set aside our happiness, because as long as we keep them happy, we should be good. We should keep that companion. Ooh. That's trash. That's shit
a good
poop.
Point though.
That's poop.
That's some real talk. Like you're dropping knowledge.
But for real though,
of wisdom
just
on
think
this
about
podcast.
It. How many relationships in your past did you just set your happiness aside?
Oh,
if you wouldn't send your happiness aside for your churn, you just set it aside because you think it's gonna keep this person around.
Honestly, every single one, and even in the beginning of this one, like every single relationship.
You was trying to ride roller coasters to keep me happy. You was trying to clean up the house to keep me happy. But when you should have been trying to clean up, because a clear space is a clear mind.
Can we just stop?
I'm just
with
saying.
With the cleaning up. Okay, we know that I do not clean up. We know. Okay, did y'all hear her? I do not clean up. Did y'all? Cause she gonna say it again. Did y'all understand that she said that I am not Susie Homemaker? We know.
What is she doing? The plant said you acting erratic right now. But you see, that's because you portrayed yourself as Susie Homemaker. So when
I knew that's what you would like, and like I didn't want you to see the real me, because then you would have left. But because I knew that you was a neat.
But if you would have allowed me to see that, we could have worked together versus you saying this is how you are. You understand what I'm saying? It's a difference. I'm telling you, communication. But like, I laid all my cards on the table. But I don't like this. I don't like that.
But I don't really like.
I don't want that.
But I had really, really liked you a lot, and like I didn't want you to go anywhere.
And I get that, but that's why you communicate. Like you bought that wolf chili that time. We like Hormel, no beans, hot.
I shop on a budget because I was used to getting food stamps and shit, so I got whatever. So yeah.
But communication is key. So when you decide to DM or text message your friend again, tell her. Communicate. Talk. Ask that clown ass motherfucker why you cheated.
Wow.
Why you cheated? Because I know it wasn't me. Why you cheated? All this gaslighting ain't it. It's really not, because that's all he doing. And
Period.
what he gonna do is he gonna gaslight her to the point she be like, okay, come back. Okay, we back. That what it is.
Oh, why you tell me? Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Anywho, yeah.
Thought you was giving a little kiki wine.
I mean, but it can't help. Like, it has a mind of its own.
It's good though.
And like, you just letting it happen.
It's natural. We all women got them.
And that's why I love you. Oh, this week.
Oh man. For real though.
I enjoyed this conversation a lot. I love having you as a guest on my podcast. I feel like you should come back more often.
Oh yeah.
And share your logicalness, because you're the yin to my yang.
You believe?
I know, because we Velcro, baby.
Shh.
Right. I would love to know what you guys think. I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments. So y'all know what y'all got to do. Hit that subscribe button. Share this podcast. Leave a comment, because I want to know what you think. If you have any questions in your life, any advice that you may want, send them to me. DM me. Email me. Go to IamAlethea.com. Leave your questions. Any advice? I got you. I got you, because I'm here to motivate, empower, and inspire, baby. Sometimes you might not hear what I want to say, but I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to thank me for it. So you're welcome. So listen, share, subscribe, leave your comments so I can know what you think about this episode. All right? So as you continue to go out there being great in their face, baby, know that you are everything and everything is you. Know that you are fabulous, honey, and don't forget to smile, because you're gorgeous. And as always, you have a good day on purpose, huh? You're welcome.